In 2015, we left the rat race and went to the farm. We bought a 100-year-old farmhouse and 9 acres. After 3 years of extensive renovations, we can finally call ourselves College Hill Farm. Welcome back to College Hill Farm. Today, we're processing green onions. If you check the back of the video, you'll see where we picked our onions. Now we're going to process them. It's a complicated process. I fill my tractor bucket with water and I start washing these onions. Then I take a tote and drop those onions in it. When that tote gets about full, I wash them again. Then I take them out of that and I take a 5-gallon bucket that's been washed good and a pair of scissors, and I sit down with the scissors and the 5-gallon bucket and I cut these onions up. And then I take them in the house and they go in our big farm sink. We wash them again and put them in gallon bags. So I'll show you how we do it. So you see what I'm doing. Here's the onion. It's got dirt on it. One of the easiest ways to take off those outer layers, just pop them right off. That onion's pretty clean at that point. Now, for those of you that have never grown onions and you don't know what it's like to grow an onion, this is the onion out of the cursory wash. Now, I want to take off all this old ugly skin, but just so you know, every layer of skin is a leaf of the onion, or a half a leaf. Okay, you see that? See that? This is a leaf. Every layer of the onion is a leaf. So at one time, this onion had tons and tons of leaves. Every layer is a leaf or a frond. So that's the way they grow. I'm going to keep processing. I've got nearly a 30-gallon tote full of pre-washed onions, and then I'll have to wash those again and then cut them up. Here's my setup. I've got 4 clean 5-gallon buckets. Now, when you're going to use these 5-gallon buckets for your final produce, don't use the bucket you wash the dog in. These buckets are just for this purpose. We use them for corn, we use them for beans, we use them for all kinds of stuff, but they're only for stuff we're going to eat. And other than that, they're put up. So set aside your buckets that you're going to use for your food. You don't want to wash your dog in it and flea shampoo and then put your food in it. Don't do that. But this is how we do it. Now, this tote's full of water. And these have mainly been washed, but not completely. So I make sure I get them a good wash down in this water. Then I pull them up and I evaluate whether or not I want to keep any of them. This leaf doesn't look too hot down there, so I'll take that off and throw it away. Now I start off, this onion is small enough that it's going to go right in with the cut up green onions. So I'm just going to cut it off. Make sure I got that old dirty skin off there. Cut the head off. And now this onion gets cut up for green onions. Got an old nasty end. When they've got old nasty ends, or it looks like the bugs have been at them too much, I don't use those. I want my produce to be halfway decent. Okay. Now, when I get one that's got a pretty good size onion on it, wash it. Now that's got a pretty good size onion on it. So what I'll do is I'll take that onion, cut that old part off. That onion goes in a separate bucket, and it'll get cut up and put in the freezer too, but it'll get julienned and put in the freezer in gallon bags. You saw how I done that in the pantry, or how we put them up in the pantry video, or in the onion planting video, excuse me. Okay, now cut the rest of this up for green onion. Okay, that's a bad spot. That's a bad spot too. Alright. Now when I get done, there'll be a big pile of waste over here. But that's okay. It goes right back out in the garden to be plowed in. Okay folks, this day started at 10 minutes till 6 a.m. and it's finishing at 10:45 p.m. It's been a long day. Here's the onions. It wound up giving us 12 bags of green onions. They weigh about 2 pounds a piece. And then 5 bags of white onions. Crystal put all this in the bags, and now we're going to take it and put it in the freezer. I'd like to thank you for visiting with us at College Hill Farm today. I hope you found our videos entertaining and or informative. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and comment on both Facebook and YouTube. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.